Alright, YouTubers, welcome back to my channel. It's time for another installment of my continuing series, Like Those Covers. This particular video, we're going to do episode 42. And episode 42 is going to be one of those covers that are going to be real simple. Real simple, short, not a lot going on in the cover. But I wanted to show it because this here is my first book in that series. This is a revival series that Harvey Classics put out in the early 90s. And this is my earliest issue. It's issue 4 from September 1993. Even though they started this series out in 92, and it went through 92, 93, into 94. Then there was a series after this that was put on the Archie Comics covers. So right now I have got a few of these covers in my collection. And episode 41, which I'll be putting on YouTube soon, has a funny cover, issue number 10 of the Flintstones. This here is, like I said, the earliest I have of this one. This is issue 4. And it's real simple. I mean, all it says is that this issue, Fred gets his dream car. And then you have the Flintstones logo there. You have Fred in the corner with Hanna-Barbera above his head. You have Fred and Barney on the cover with pterodactyls being as planes. And all you have Fred saying to Barney is, "It's the last time you talk me into going economy." And I don't know, there's not a lot going on in this cover. Honestly, this is a, as I would call it, just not an enlightening cover because there's not a lot going on. I mean, you have pterodactyls, you have, apparently there's 3 of them because you got Fred and Barney on the wing of one. You have 2 others, and then you have mountains, and there's an exploding volcano. And then there's trees and little plants. So there's not a lot going on in this cover. So yeah, this here is just, it's an inexpensive cover. It's an inexpensive series. You can catch this out in the wild, I imagine. But yeah, this here, I picked up at mycomicshop.com quite some time ago. So yeah, I wanted to do cartoon covers as part of the series of Like Those Covers, and this here is one of those covers that I chose. So yeah, there's not a lot to say except that this was made, like I said, in September 1993. Your cover art is Scott Shaw, Shaw, S-H-A-W. It's not got an N on the end. It's Shaw. And then you have a name that I cannot pronounce. That's the artist with him. It's Pacheco, Pacino, Pacheco. So that's breaking it down. I still can't pronounce it right, so forgive me on that. So there's 2 artists on the cover, and then you have 2 people working on the inside of these, and that's Gwen, Krause, and Ray Durgo, D-I-R-G-O, Durgo. So yeah, let's look in like we usually do. We'll look in the inside, and we have Here it says, no sale. The Flintstones, no sale. Oh, this is where Fred, door-to-door sales people come to the door wanting Fred to buy stuff, and he keeps on feeling pressure to buy items from door-to-door salesmen. So, yes. So as you could tell, Fred and Wilma are there. And yeah, there's a nice thing here. There's a #1 collector's issue, giant size, 68 pages, Underdog Summer Special #1. They got an ad for that, and I happen to have that issue in my collection, and I like that. But to get distracted, there's what you call it, Fred buying from they call it Rave-On. Um, you know what lipstick company comes to mind. I don't know if I can say it or not, but they call it Rave-On in here. So, but then here is a second story, the Flintstones spinning. Um, I read this once, and I think it's something where, oh yeah, they're finishing work for 2 weeks, and they're taking a trip. So yeah, they take a trip, um, and Fred meets Rumble Stillskin. So yes, and then you have advertisements, and then here's another story, the Flintstones for deposit only. Uh, Bank robbers trying to rob the bank. And then your middle here has got a 2-page thing of Casper and Friends, the cartoon show that was on in the 90s. How many of you remember that? Casper and Friends. Yes, indeed. So here's a story here of Fred and Wilma. They are, this is the dream car one, and they are going for the dream car. They're flashing money, which is a big no-no. You don't flash money. You don't even do that today in 2026. So yeah, the guy steals their money at gunpoint, runs off, gets a car, gets into a wreck with them, and Fred gets his car. He gets a blue car. And then the other one here is the good deed. Fred and Barney help out Mr. Slate, which is a different Mr. Slate than what we're used to from the cartoon. They helped him with a toothache. So that's about it. I mean, that's what goes on in this issue. You have, you know, about 4 or 5 stories in there. You have, substantial cover art here. That's, it is what it is. It's just a simple little cover, and you have some stories. So, like usual, this is my offering for episode 42 of Like Those Covers. Like usual, give it a thumbs up or thumbs down. Comment if you want to, and give it a like if you want to. You don't have to, but if you want, it's more than appreciated. I have a playlist of all my covers. There is 40 covers on the list. My different covers. 41 will be a Flintstone cover, and then this is 42. So hopefully, take a few minutes, speed through this one. And hopefully you enjoy it. It's just a little something, to put into the episode there. My earliest Flintstones from the Harvey Classics comics. So until next time, like usual, enjoy your covers and stick around for the stories. And as I always say, peace out, stay healthy, and I forgot the other thing. Sorry about that. But yeah, I got a brain meltdown there. So until episode 43, come back and join me again for Like Those Covers. Peace out.